What if we could retire by 2027 on Tesla? Tesla has made people wealthy in the past. What about now? Or let's say by 2027. If you are planning to retire on Tesla, what would we expect by 2027? Tesla shares are trading around $200 or maybe even below $200 at the moment. After earnings call, let us look into the future of Tesla and its innovation. How many years do we have to calculate before we die? Now, autonomous driving alone could be a multi-trillion-dollar opportunity. We do see Tesla as the lead of the electric vehicle market and autonomous driving. With new products coming to the market, Tesla is working on making products more affordable as well. Tesla is right on track in becoming the largest automaker by sales by 2027. Wall Street is still trying to hold the stock back, even manipulating. Don't think that Wall Street is not manipulating. They are completely. Now, scaring the retail investors while big-time hedge funds are moving into the stock. Hello. Tesla is certainly expected to dominate the EV industry as the EV market is expanding. Unlike other companies entering the EV market struggling to keep up with profitability, Tesla is a great long-term investment. Tesla has passed its time of struggle and bankruptcy fears. The automaker is also bypassing dealerships to pursue a direct-to-consumer sale. Tesla relies on word-of-mouth media coverage and not advertising, saving millions of dollars every year. The company has achieved success while eliminating expenses. Now, the average price target for Tesla stock in these next 12 months is around $218, including recession fears, and it's still a very conservative estimate. Of course, there are highest predictions and lowest predictions, which might both be unrealistic. Now, the highest prediction is $430, and the lowest is $33, and we probably know who set the low price. Gordon. Now, coming back to our goal, the average monthly expense per household being around $5,000 and about $60,000 per year, which is the average income in the US. Living comfortably for 33 years, you would need around $2 million. That does not include inflation rates and emergency expenses. To retire in 2027, your Tesla position should be worth this amount. According to ARK, which just set a new price target for Tesla of $2,000 on average, not their bear or bull case, you would need about 2,000 shares of Tesla by 2027. And of course, buying those at a lower cost. Near-term EV demand outweighs production, as Elon mentioned in Q1 earnings call. Tesla is improving by producing cars with less expenses, making the cars cheaper and taking market share. This is a very smart strategy. While we are not seeing Tesla shares exploding to the upside immediately, however, the long-term Tesla will dominate the complete auto market with this strategy. EVs are the future, and between 2030 and 2035, ICE cars will stop being produced. Now, Tesla is expanding their factories rapidly all over the world. The FSD alone will be a $1 trillion market. Goldman Sachs research report says the incremental supercharging revenue opportunity could be $1 to $3 billion in the future. In the third quarter of 2022, Tesla operating costs increased by 2.3% year over year as compared to the recent 55.9% in revenue. Now, Tesla's unit sales are expected to reach $20.69 billion in 2023. Morgan Stanley analyst Adam Jones believes that Tesla can thrive in a competitive EV market. According to Adam Jones, players who are self-funded, demonstrated scale and low-cost supply chain like Tesla can be winners in the EV market. Now, this is also really important. Assuming Tesla is growing at the current rate, the stock price could easily reach 1,000 by 2027. However, this would be a slow increase. Morgan Stanley expects Tesla to surpass GM's share of new sales by 2027 and both Ford and GM combined by 2030. Executing future EV model launches and effectively scaling production while lowering production cost and human labor, Tesla can stay fast growing.
Sure, thanks for having me. Tesla has a tremendous track record recently in terms of earnings execution. They've beat now in 13 of the last 14 quarters on the bottom line. And so I know, the price cut announcements have given a lot of investors anxiety, but we think really the net impact of that is that EPS growth from last year to this year is going to be sort of flattish. They earned $4.07 last year. I think you're coming in this year, I think you're going to end up seeing earnings sort of flattish with that number. But I think what we're looking for is that the long-term story remains intact. Looking out to next year, we're looking at 38% EPS growth year over year. We know they're about to start producing the Cybertruck. They're about to break ground on a new factory in Monterrey, Mexico, and they're still ramping up the new factories that opened last year in Austin and Berlin. And so really, everyone's looking for, or the bulls at least are looking for, that the long-term story remains intact.
Kathy Wood just purchased $41 million worth of Tesla shares. We are usually seeing Kathy spreading her Tesla investments out over several weeks or months. However, she bought all at once. She added Tesla position in her ARKK Innovation Fund and her ARKW Next Generation Internet ETF. As Tesla stock reached high levels not so long ago, she sold some of her profit to rebalance her portfolios, as every investor should do. Buy low and sell high, not the other way around. As Tesla shares fell after Q1's earnings call, she used the opportunity to enter back into the investment, like pretty much the opposite what the media tells us. While she bought all at once, one might wonder if she believes that this is the last opportunity before Tesla stock explodes to the upside. Now, while FSD might be ready within the next 2 years, and Elon said this year, but we know Elon, this will be another amazing revenue for Tesla. Optimus Prime, another source of revenue, Robotaxis, Cybertruck, batteries, energy storage, insurance, lower cost EVs. The list goes on.
In fact, curiously, we want Tesla to scale its units because each one of them now represents the potential for a robotaxi and a robotaxi fleet. Now, Elon says it's possible that he could launch that fleet this year. We think it's more like last year. But the robotaxi fleet is really going to be, or the robotaxi service is going to be, from a margin point of view, more like a SaaS business. And so we think that it's very smart to maximize units because they have so much option value now.
Yeah, I mean, but we've been hearing about the robotaxi fleet for some time. There's a lot of regulatory barriers to all of that, and certainly technological barriers involved too. So how soon can we actually see that realized? And given the fact that you tweeted earlier today that you've got a new valuation assessment of Tesla coming out, how does that fit into your price target for the stock going forward?
The price target for our stock, and I think it's just hitting now, for 2027, because we do have a 5-year investment time horizon, is our expected value is roughly $2,000, and that's within a range of $1,400 to $2,500, our bear and bull case. Now, just Morgan, on the regulatory side, I actually think regulations are working in Tesla's favor. For, I think, roughly 3 decades, the number of auto fatalities in the United States fell to the low 30,000 range per year. And they've turned around in the last 5 years and moved up to 45,000 plus. And I think the pressure is on the National Highway and Transportation Safety Association to change something. So it is looking carefully at Tesla's data. And during Investor Day, Tesla released some data that we don't think many people paid enough attention to. The most important one is that with full self-driving, a Tesla vehicle gets into an accident every 3.2 million miles.
And obviously Elon has this creative mind, and he's probably coming up with so many more innovations in the future we don't even know yet. So it's really exciting. There's so much coming for EVs, and there's so much coming for Tesla. I'm so excited for the future. And so right now, I hope you liked this video. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much. Goodbye.